So how do you feel about online learning after you go through the lessons with Math Coffee?
Before starting with Math Coffee's online tuition, I must admit that I found the concept of online learning a bit daunting. It felt like there were so many distractions like my phone or like other like distractions or like my house lah. And I worried about staying focused. However, once I began watching Math Coffee's like online videos, everything changed. The explanations were easy to follow, very engaging and super fun, and they even make very complex topics on A-Math, which is what I took, seem manageable. What I particularly appreciated was the fun and engaging way that they presented the material, which made learning math actually enjoyable. Moreover, the support system provided by Math Coffee, especially having Cher like Zoom with us, so she will like send us into like individual breakout rooms so that she can monitor each of us to make sure that we are doing our math work and not getting distracted. So that really helped me a lot because I'm someone who gets very easily distracted. After going through Math Coffee's tuition, my perspective on online learning actually shifted by a lot. I now see it as an effective and convenient way to learn, especially when paired with engaging content and personalized support provided by the tuition.
Essay writing number 1. Okay, so how did Math Coffee help you improve your studies or math?
Math Coffee has been instrumental in helping me improve my studies in several ways. Firstly, their explanation videos are always available for me to watch at my own pace. The flexibility allowed me to revisit concepts whenever I need to, especially before like examinations as well as O-levels, ensuring me to fully grasp each concept on my own learning and my own learning pace before I move on. Before that, I was actually a bit skeptical because I was scared that I could not assess all topics of the A-Math chapter, but then I realized that she would provide videos on every topic, then we can assess and make sure that we understand each of the concepts before moving on. These videos not only highlight areas where I made mistakes, but also correct me. So when I make mistakes, teacher Kenji will actually send correction videos for the individual questions of the assignment so that I know where I went wrong and how I can improve to not commit the same mistakes again. The ability to revise these correction videos at my own convenience has made the learning progress both easy and highly effective. Overall, Math Coffee's resources have provided me with the support and flexibility I need to enhance my studies and excel in math.
So what do you like most about Math Coffee or Teacher Kenji?
What I like most about Math Coffee is definitely the teacher herself. She's not only super clear in her explanations, but she's also incredibly funny and relatable. Before or after class, she always takes the time to share valuable life advice, which adds a personal touch to our learning experience. Like before our Zooming sessions, she will tell us like one of her student stories to motivate us, or she will share something funny that happens in her life, which I find really fun and adds like more vibrance into like the tuition itself. Because I always find tuition like super boring, but teacher Kenji managed to make it very fun for me, and I really appreciate that. Her friendly demeanor makes it easy to approach her with questions or concerns. So even when it's really late, I won't be that afraid to text her, even though I know that she would reply me the next day. But I am not afraid that she would scold me for texting her at a late timing, and that's why she's always ready to offer guidance and support for all her students, which I really appreciate. One of the things I appreciate most about her is her teaching style. It's how like she encourages us, because for students that are bad at math, for example me, she doesn't like tell us to give up or like she just gives up on us, but she like motivate us and encourage us that it's okay to like do badly for like exams like before, but it's just like we have to take note of our correction and like not do the same math mistakes again.
People say that Teacher Kenji is very fierce, like as if torturing the kids. What do you have to say about this statement?
I want to say that this statement above is entirely false, because in my experience, teacher Kenji is actually super nice. And a funny incident that happened to me is, like, my first online session with her, right, I actually didn't finish my homework. Do you remember? I didn't finish my homework because I didn't know that I have to like write out all the homeworks, and she will like monitor us by telling us to send us like all the questions that we did, right? So it must be handwritten and like scanned and sent to her. But I didn't know that I have to like finish it in that format, so I just watched the videos. Then I thought that when she said like, everyone please send the question to me, I was like, okay, I'm going to die. I was like, because I didn't do the questions. Then I was like, oh my god, so I'm so scared. But actually, right, she forgave me, and then she said like, she understand, like, first time, just don't do it again. So I think that was super friendly. And so I do not agree that she's very fierce. I think that she's very nice, and she's only fierce at like the right times. Like if you actually don't do your work, or like you're just like being disrespectful to her, then she would be like fierce to you, which is like, she's just defending herself and she's doing the right thing. So to me, she's not fierce, but instead very friendly.
Okay, so how much have you improved? You can either say it's a great jump, my result has improved from blah blah blah, or you can also elaborate like, I hated math in the past, but dot, 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 dot.
I've seen a remarkable improvement in my grades since starting with Math Coffee. Initially, I was struggling, barely passing with an F9 grade. Despite going for multiple consultations with my school teacher, like I went every single recess to consult her, and the WA was like with a cheat sheet, and like you it's only about certs, which is chapter 1, but then I actually like just script the WA, so I just passed by 1 mark, and that 1 mark was kind of like given to me because she saw my hard work. So I was doing really badly in my A maths before joining the tuition, but then after joining the tuition under their guidance and support, my understanding of the subject improved significantly. Through their clear explanations and personalized assistance, I began to comprehend concepts that once seemed daunting. This newly found clarity and confidence reflected in my grades, as I managed to raise my grade to a B3, which is quite remarkable considering where I started. The difference in my performance highlights the effectiveness of Math Coffee's teaching approach and the dedication of the teacher. It's not just about the grades, but also about the immense progress I've made in understanding maths, which will undoubtedly benefit me in the long run.
So what was your concern or skepticism you had before engaging math online?
Before engaging with online tuition, I had several concerns lingering in my mind. Firstly, I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to concentrate effectively under online tuition, because there are several distractions that may distract me. For example, my phone. But there was also a fear of me slacking off, as like when it's online, then they cannot see what I'm doing off screen, so I would slack off. Another concern was that I might struggle in access and cannot access like previous topics that like teacher Kenji has already went through before I joined the tuition. However, once I started with Math Coffee, all of these concerns gradually dissipated. The teacher's engaging teaching style and clear explanations made it easy for me to concentrate and stay engaged during lessons. As I have mentioned, she would also separate us into individual breakout rooms, so she would know that we're actually doing the work and not just like slacking off. Moreover, I realized that she meticulously goes through all the chapters, ensuring the previous ones, and make sure that we understand the concept before moving on. This personalized approach alleviated my worries about falling behind and gave me the confidence to fully immerse myself in online learning. On hindsight, my concerns were valid, but Math Coffee's dedication to comprehensive teaching and support exceeded my expectations, making online tuition a meaningful and effective learning experience.
Good. Okay, this is the impromptu 的一个 last question. What do you think is your greatest takeaway from the lessons with teacher Kenji?
I think
like over the I think you are with me for about 2 years. First 2 years, right? Sec 3, Sec 4.
Yeah.
So like over the 2 years, what was your greatest takeaway?
I think the greatest takeaway is to not give up on math. Because initially I'm just like all my life I'm really bad in math, so like I can have tuition for like I cannot have tuition for other subjects, but I always will have tuition for math because I'm just bad in math. But then like several times I felt like I want to give up on A math because all my friends around me were just dropping A math. They say like A math is too hard, and especially since my teacher was kind of hated by the class, so my whole class just would collectively sleep during her lessons. So that just made me really want to give up on A math. But then after joining the tuition, right, I realized that like maybe A math is firstly not as hard as you imagine, like if you kind of get it, and since my teacher will like explain it in a very funny and like easy to understand way, right, I can actually understand like what is going on in my lessons or like what's written in the textbook. So I will be like more confident to like continue on in my A math journey and not just drop it like anyhow. Like I would actually like just continue and not give up. So my biggest takeaway was to not give up on math.
Not just math lah, not give up easily lah. Try a few more times lah.